Time is the one resource that is absolutely universal yet invariably elusive. Every person, across every culture, possesses exactly 24 hours each day. However, the way those hours are spent, and the degree to which individuals feel they are using them, rather than being used by them, varies dramatically. In the modern era, marked by rapid technological change, constant connectivity and increasingly complex life demands, the value of time has taken on a new dimension. Recognizing that value, and living in alignment with it, becomes a matter not simply of efficiency but of quality of life. To begin, consider what we mean by value of time. At its simplest, it means understanding that time has opportunity cost. Choosing how to spend an hour means foregoing countless alternative ways to use that hour. It means that even if time per se does not cost money, its value can be expressed in terms of what you could have done instead, what you lost by using it one way rather than another. When we lose time, we cannot get it back. This is fundamentally different from most other resources. Money can be earned again, purchased, saved or invested. Time only flows forward. Thus, the opportunity cost of each hour is irrevocable. In modern life, this insight has profound implications. For one, there is the ever-present pressure of busyness. People often fill schedules to the brim: work, commuting, socializing, digital consumption, family, side hustles. The assumption undergirding such a pace is sometimes that doing more equals being more productive or living a full life. Yet, ironically, a life packed with activity can feel impoverished if each moment is consumed without reflection. If we constantly hurry from one task to the next, we may lose awareness of the moments themselves. We trade awareness for acceleration, and in doing so, we discount the intrinsic value of being rather than doing. Another dimension is the distraction-rich environment we inhabit. With smartphones, social media, streaming content, apps, instant notifications, the modern individual is often pulled in dozens of directions at once. The result: fragmented attention, shallow engagement, and a sense that time slips away unremarked. 1 hour spent scrolling, switching tasks, responding to messages could have been spent more deliberately: deep work, meaningful connection, rest, contemplation. Thus the value of time becomes bound up not just in how much time we have, but how well we use it. Time poorly used is quickly perceived as time lost. How then can one live in a way that honors the value of time? One key step is intentionality, making conscious choices about what occupies one's time rather than reacting to what demands it. This means defining priorities. What matters most to you personally: relationships, health, learning, contribution, rest. Once clarified, you begin aligning your schedule accordingly. It might mean saying no to lesser commitments, reducing distractions, carving out unhurried space for what matters. It means guarding the hours that are most precious to you. Another step is reflection and mindfulness. When we pause to observe how we spend our hours, we gain insight into patterns: where time drains, where time flourishes. Reflection allows us to adjust. Mindfulness in action means being present in the moment, not just racing through it. If you're with a loved one, you're with them rather than looking at your phone. If you're working on a project, you're fully engaged rather than half distracted. This enhances the subjective quality of time. Time that's alive to us feels richer, more valuable. Then there is the concept of margin and rest. Because time is finite, living with value means acknowledging our limitations. It means not scheduling every hour to capacity, leaving blanks in our day, allowing for unpredictability, and scheduled creativity, downtime. These are not wastes of time but investments in time quality. Rest is not mere inactivity, it is part of the rhythm of life that enables sustained engagement, creativity, resilience. When we run ourselves flat out, time may pass quickly, but our experience of it diminishes. Finally, the value of time invites a longer-term view. Consider how you will look back on your life. Which hours will you recall, which will you regret? Many people report that at the end of life, it is not the work done or the money earned that weighs most, but the time given to people, the experiences had, the moments lived. In this sense, investing time in meaningful endeavors, helping others, pursuing a passion, cultivating relationships, yields a kind of return far beyond the immediate. In summary, to live in recognition of time's value is to shift our focus from how many things we can accomplish to how well we inhabit the hours we have. It is to make intentional choices about use of time, to bring attention and presence to each moment, to allow space for rest and regeneration, and to keep an eye on the broader horizon of a life well spent. When we do this, time ceases to be a resource we simply burn through, and becomes instead a dimension we inhabit with awareness and purpose. In the end, our richest asset is not how much time we had, but how we lived in the time we had. If the first part of our reflection revealed that time is the most precious non-renewable resource, this second part asks a deeper question: how can we live in alignment with that truth? Understanding time's value is one thing, mastering its use is another. In today's complex digital era, where attention is the new currency, cultivating mastery over time becomes both an art and a discipline. 1. From time management to time mastery. Traditional time management often focuses on productivity systems, calendars, to-do lists, and techniques like the Pomodoro method or time blocking. These are useful, yet incomplete. They help us organize time, but not necessarily honor it. True time mastery goes beyond scheduling. It is about designing your life around what matters most. To do this, one must think not just in hours or tasks, but in values and energy. Ask, what are the few activities that truly align with who I am and what I want to contribute? If an activity drains more energy than it gives, if it adds no meaning or growth, it's probably not the best use of your time. Modern psychology shows that people who consciously design their days around purpose, rather than routine, report higher life satisfaction, creativity, and emotional well-being. 2. The technology trap. When time slips silently away. Technology has blurred the line between work, leisure, and distraction. A smartphone, designed as a tool, easily becomes a time thief. Social media platforms employ sophisticated algorithms to hold attention, transforming seconds into hours before we realize it. The modern person must therefore engage in what author Cal Newport calls digital minimalism, a philosophy of using technology deliberately, not compulsively. Digital minimalism doesn't mean rejecting technology altogether. It means using it intentionally, choosing tools that serve your goals rather than dictate them. For instance, setting screen limits, disabling non-essential notifications, or designating phone-free hours. A 2023 study by the Pew Research Center found that individuals who consciously limit digital multitasking not only reclaim 2 to 3 hours per day but also report lower anxiety and better sleep. Every notification demands attention, and attention is time's twin. The moment you give one away, you lose the other. Therefore, reclaiming your time begins with reclaiming your attention. 3. The power of deep work and flow. Modern neuroscience reveals something remarkable. Our brains are happiest and most productive in states of deep focus. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi called this state flow, the total absorption in an activity where time seems to disappear. Paradoxically, the best way to use time may sometimes be to lose track of it. Flow arises when challenge meets skill, when we stretch ourselves just beyond comfort but not into panic. Artists, athletes, scientists, and coders often describe these states as moments of effortless creation. For ordinary people, flow can happen while gardening, writing, playing music, or engaging in meaningful conversation. By structuring our environment to minimize distractions and by engaging fully in what we love, we transform fleeting minutes into timeless experiences. Deep work, focusing without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks, is one of the best tools to enhance flow. As Newport argues, shallow multitasking scatters time into fragments, while deep work multiplies its impact. 1 hour of deep focus can yield the value of 5 distracted ones. Thus, mastering your time is not about doing more, but about doing fewer things better. 4. The gift of saying no. Every yes we utter is also a no to something else. Many people overcommit because they fear missing opportunities or disappointing others. Yet, each unnecessary yes dilutes our time and energy. Learning to say no gracefully is one of the most powerful time-saving skills you can develop. Saying no is not selfish, it's strategic. It allows you to reserve time for higher priorities, health, family, creativity, or rest. The key is to decline with respect and clarity, without guilt. Warren Buffett famously said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." Time is finite, and so are we. Every boundary we set around our time is an act of self-respect. It communicates, "My life has direction, and I choose to live it deliberately." 5. Time, mindfulness, and presence. Mindfulness brings a spiritual dimension to time's value. Instead of merely organizing time, mindfulness invites us to inhabit it. In a world obsessed with what's next, mindfulness reminds us of what's now. Practicing mindfulness doesn't require meditation cushions or monasteries. It begins by simply paying attention, to your breath, surroundings, sensations, and emotions, without judgment. It means being fully present in small things: a meal, a walk, a conversation. These moments may seem ordinary, but when lived consciously, they become extraordinary. Many spiritual traditions, Buddhism, Stoicism, Sufism, and even modern psychology, converge on this truth: the present moment is all we truly possess. The past is memory, the future is imagination. Therefore, living fully in the present is the ultimate way to honor time. 6. Time is connection and legacy. Beyond personal efficiency, time gains its deepest meaning in relationships. How we give time to others, through attention, empathy, and shared experiences, defines the quality of our human connections. No gift is more precious than undivided time with someone you love. Similarly, how we spend time shapes our legacy. The projects we nurture, the people we influence, the kindness we extend, these are all ways we invest time into the fabric of the world. Legacy is not measured in duration, but in depth. A short life lived with purpose often outshines a long one wasted in distraction. When viewed through this lens, time becomes sacred. It is not a commodity to be spent, but a sacred currency to be invested in things that outlast us. 7. Designing a life aligned with time's value. To live by the value of time requires conscious design. Here are a few guiding practices. Morning intention. Begin each day by identifying the single most meaningful thing you want to accomplish. Focus your best energy on that. Evening reflection. End each day with gratitude, acknowledge what you did, learned, and felt. This transforms fleeting time into wisdom. Batch and bound. Group similar tasks, emails, errands, and assign time boundaries. This reduces switching costs and frees space for deeper work. Protect energy peaks. Identify your most energetic hours: morning, afternoon, night, and use them for creative or critical tasks. Embrace stillness. Schedule nothing time, quiet moments that recharge you mentally and emotionally. Each of these habits transforms time from something that happens to you into something you shape intentionally. The final reflection: time is life. In the end, to master time is to master life itself. Time is not outside of us, it is us. Our lives are the sum total of the moments we experience, the choices we make, the attention we give. Every minute holds potential. To connect, to create, to rest, to love. The philosopher Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." To live wisely, then, is to see each hour as both a gift and a responsibility. Whether you are 20 or 70, the time you have left can be infinitely rich, if you choose to live it fully awake. So pause for a moment. Feel your breath. Notice the time passing right now. It is yours, utterly unique, completely finite, and infinitely valuable. What you do with it, minute by minute, will become the story of your life. SEO Friendly Info. Title: The True Value of Time, How to Master Life's Most Precious Resource. Description: Discover the modern meaning of time, strategies for focus, mindfulness, and purposeful living. Learn how to design a life that honors every moment. Keywords: value of time, time management, mindfulness, productivity, deep work, focus, time mastery, life purpose. Hashtags: hashtag value of time, hashtag mindfulness, hashtag productivity, hashtag life design, hashtag deep work, hashtag motivation. Tags: time management, life lessons, mindfulness, personal growth, success mindset, productivity tips, mental health.